Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, I thought someone might be interested in this. This is how I do this. Bopping my rocks, sharpen the edges up. I use cut glove, it's seen better days, but anyway, I've got another one in there, but it's left-handed. That's for the right. This is the left one. I'm gonna have to get some more cut gloves. Anyway, eyes. These are not safety glasses. They're just normal glasses, reading glasses. But they serve pretty well. They don't stop things going. They stop direct impacts going that way, but they won't stop things going around. But the chances of something going in and around and then getting in my eye is pretty low, so I take that risk. I usually just find a edge and then bop. So depending on, this is not a real good one, good stone. It's a brass bopper. That'll give me a good sharp edge right there. So that sharpened that edge up really well. It just depends on how you work it. From there, now I usually keep the debris, depending on what it is and how big it is. Flint is a precious resource here in Australia, so I'm pretty frugal with it. Okay, that gives me a couple of useful pieces there, useful piece there, that sort of stuff there. These cut gloves are really good, they save your hands. It's starting to sharpen that edge up. That one's pretty useless. I would normally break that up because that stone is pretty useless. This cortex will not work really well at all. So you just work along the edge and take the cortex off, and you've got a sharp edge all along there. Really nice platform to put your stuff on and work off. So that worked really well. That's got a good sharp edge all the way along. You can hold stuff on there and drive sparks really well there. That's not too bad. That's good all along there. Just knock that bit off there, just to take that sharp bit off. Nice flake there. That's a beautiful flake, razor sharp. Use that as a cutting tool if you wanted to. I am no napper and I am very rudimentary, but I get the job done. I don't profess to be an expert at this at all. I don't profess to be an expert at much. Enthusiastic amateur at most of this stuff. The best idea is just to give it a bit of practice and just go at it. You can soon work out things how you want it to work. This was expensive. It was about $80, but it has paid for itself time and again. It's fantastic. It works really well. I love it. It worked so well. Let's go around the edges and bop all the bits so you get nice sharp edges around. You just keep looking at the stone. It talks to you, tells you what it wants to do. Some of it is not going to work. Some of it will break in half or whatever. Well, you just work with it. Doesn't matter. Some bits like that are going to be pretty useless. They're not going to work for you. But you can sharpen an edge up and then work off that. It gave me a nice sharp edge there. On there, that platform there, see there's a little platform there. Just give it a tap there. Sharpen some of it up, not enough. Give it another tap on the other side. That sharpened the whole thing up. It's an ugly bit of flint. It's all good. I can use it. Ah, that's an ugly bit of flint. Sorry about the noise. I've got relatives over. They don't know I'm making a video. It's all good. That's fine. I just hope they don't come up. Right there. That is a very ugly piece. It's got all inclusions and chalk running all through it. I should really discard that bit. It's not going to work real well. Not working real well at all. It's getting a bit small. I'm going to discard that one. Discard that one. That's too small. Too small. What I might do is go through, discard most of that, and refresh that box, because I've got a whole thing of hagstone over there. Oh no, yeah, I've got some hagstone and Aussie black, and swap this out for fresh hagstone and Aussie black, because this was really starting to get me frustrated this morning when I was doing, because see some of that'll be all fresh. So I can use this down inside just for practice. A lot of it's very small, so I don't discard much of it, or I never throw any of it out really. This little dribble stuff I might. I'll keep some of the bigger shards, but the real small stuff I will. Like the bigger shards I'll keep. I don't really know why, but I do. It's just it's so hard to get here, or costs a fortune to get. So it's a nice piece. I haven't even touched that one. I don't think I've even touched it. Oh, it's been bashed about a bit. I need to bop it. Oh, excuse me. Just had lunch. A bit burpy. Doesn't take much with your bopper just to go around, and I think if you're into flint and steel, just drop the $80 and buy one of these heavy boppers if you're not into making them. I probably could have made it, but for the $80 I thought, oh, why not just get one? That's it. It's pretty small. All the rest of that is, and I'll just empty that, all the dregs out. Oh, that's just bits and pieces of rubbish. It's amazing what a bit of rubbish, all the dregs in there. And that's how I do it. Yeah, it's basically just find a bit that's blunt, because you can go around, you can see the blunt edge. That one's not too bad. It's pretty sharp. It's got a bit of a blunt edge there. You can see it's dulled out a bit, and just tap it. You can see it just shatters, because the copper makes it just shatters it out. Again, that's pretty blunt along there. And there you go. Sharp edge. Nice sharp edge again. It's a bit of quartzite actually, I think. It's flint, but it's just this throwing me off. It's a cortex. It's a dirty cortex. It's got a bit of quartz in it. That's what's throwing me off too. It's not real good. Yeah, it's a bit of grey. Aussie grey. It's very close to being quartz. The flint is a part of quartz, the quartz family. But yeah, and you'll see the I lost my train of thought there. You'll see it. It's pretty easy. The blunt edges, they're dull. You can see that there is a blunt edge, and it's just a matter of just tapping it, and you just have to tap it, and it just shatters on the bopper, and that's how I do it. It's pretty simple. It's not a difficult thing, and as I said, I am no napper, and I've never claimed to be, and I don't really do any sophisticated bits and pieces of it. It's just basically smash it until I get what I want to achieve, and hopefully it works for me, and hopefully it gets the job done enough so that it works for me, which 99% of the time it does. Sharp edges, some of these little bits have got really good sharp edges, but they're too hard to use for the most part. I've got big hands. I like a big rock. Like that to me is a decent size stone, and I can work with that size stone. About palm size is what I like striking on. It gives you a good handle to hold on to. It also allows you to break it up. Once it dulls out, you've got lots of edges to work on. You can break it down and get a bit smaller stone and still have enough working stone to work with. And then that's why I like it. Why make it hard on yourself and go with small stones to start with, and then once you burn it up, you basically have to discard it, because once it's burnt up, you can basically not break it up any further. So, if you burn all those edges out, you can break it in half, but it's starting to get pretty small and almost useless to use. So, that's my mentality as far as stones go. Yes, I can go down to that size stone if I want to. I can dry sparks off that. Yes, I can. I've shown it on videos many a time. But you don't have to. You don't. Why make it hard on yourself? Make it easy. This stuff's supposed to be fun. I do this for pleasure. I don't have to do it to hard, and I'm not trying to prove anything other than prove to myself that I'm improving my skills. You know, like I'm not there to show off or do anything like that. You know, like it's just, this is for my pleasure. It's not for it's not to do anything other than that, you know. So, you know, don't make it hard on yourself. So, which a lot of the time, especially with hands this size, the smaller the flakes, the smaller the strikers, the smaller everything is harder and harder and harder, you know. Like, I'm making it harder for myself. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you got something from that. If you can't make one yourself, they are reasonably easy to make, but honestly, for the dollars they're worth, this one's got a Delron, I think they are, handle. They're going to last a lifetime. Like, honestly, I've had this for a few years now, and I'll bash the hell out of it. I'll give it a rub over with a file every so often just to clean it up. As you can see, it's had a fair good flogging. These will give you a lifetime of service, $80. Why not? Yeah. And you can get the whole range. You could get, I think, about three of these plus an Ishii stick, and a copper flaker, I think, for about $150. If you wanted to get into it, $150 investment, and there you go. You know, it's not too hard. But yeah. But anyway, that's my my rudimentary sharpening of stones. Just bash them. that's basically what you do. Yeah, hammer stones, very similar. Very, very similar. It's just basically hold it in your hand and work the edges. Just work the edges with a hammer stone or with it, and that's basically what I'm doing, is just hitting it just on the edges right there. See that? That just broke those flakes off. That's exactly what I'm doing. Along with it, you just tap the edge just as you go along. It's a nice piece of brown flint. Not much of that. You don't see that very often. That's a bit of brown. It's a nice stone. It's really nice. But I love this. It's translucent, very thin, sharp. That'd be almost as sharp as a razor. Anyway, thanks for watching.